You there, boys, girls, guys?
Yeah. Sorry, just 1 second. Darren, just your summation of the game. It looks a bit untidy at times, maybe attack not quite gelling. Were they the differences tonight?
I thought we were really spirited in the first half. We played with good energy and we're right in the fight. I felt our errors in that early period of the second half, which just gave them so many opportunities to either counter-attack or get into our end of the field, whether it be a line-out error or a scrum penalty or a handling error or a kick error. Just our accuracy, I thought, to get out of our own end just gave them too many opportunities to be able to play. And then I guess off the back of that, we potentially in that period, not too dissimilar to the Melbourne game, there was just a patch there where I felt the energy drained and right from us, and the momentum all swung to them. It would have been pretty similar overlay of time period as it was the week before. And then obviously they were up by 5, they scored 2 tries, and then that's sort of the game there where we're chasing them. The attack, it's not fluent. I definitely wouldn't say that by any stretch. There's some glimpses in there, and there's some parts there. Is it our clunkiness? Is it the opposition's quality over our ball, in the defensive breakdown? Probably a little bit of both. Again, we're still looking for that. Is it the chicken or the egg? Is our breakdown off and that's affecting our attack, or is our attack off affecting our breakdown? I think it's a bit of both. Probably a bit more of the attack. I think there was some back shoulder passes which killed momentum. And then, you just leave any sort of daylight between carrier and clean and they're on the ball, stripping it off you. That'd be my...
The season's by no means over at all. It's a long way to go. Top 4 might be difficult, but just how important is the next 2 weeks just trying to find a win?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, no, we don't want to be going to the bye 1 and 5. There's no doubt about that. But yeah, that's my job, is to get us back up to go again next week, where we've had a pretty combination of, I don't sound like I'm making excuses here, but a combination of travel and away games. I probably underestimated the difficulty of our first 6 weeks. But by no means is the season over. In any stretch, as I said, we're not obviously talking about top 4 at the moment. It looks too far in the distance, but yeah, we can scramble to win the next 2 weeks. The Chiefs at home, and which I'm excited to get home and get a bit of hometown support, have the boys feeling good about themselves with the crowd behind them for a change, and get a win there or the next week. We've got a pretty favourable run home for the 8. I think 6 of our final 8 are at home. 5 of our final 8 are at home, and we're still in it. We've got to dig our way out of this little form slump we're in at the moment and get some belief and confidence back, and we'll be back at it.
But how do you go about finding that confidence, Darren? It seemed like, as you said, that first half you really matched it, but it was just a couple of key lapses that all of a sudden gave an opportunity, and you found yourself suddenly down by 17 points.
Yeah, that's what I said. We were down by 5 at the half, and then we were poor, and then we gave them too many opportunities. They score, and you're down by 17. How do we find confidence? I think you've just got to find that period of play that gets close to perfection or gets close to some really good football in it, and then off the back of it, whether it's a crowd in behind you, momentum, the energy swings, and it can turn real quick. We've got enough good players there that we know that once we click and when we click, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when we do click, that it'll come back, and the burden or the heavy weight that feels on your shoulder at the moment, that'll lift, and the boys will start playing to the ability we know this team can.
I'm sorry, there's a word on Charlie. Is that a wrist or hand complaint that he came off with?
No, it's always the way when you lose, you pick up a few injuries, don't you? We got both Lalakai and Charlie got shoulder issues. So Lalakai did it early, pushed through to half. We couldn't get him back out. Charlie subluxed his shoulder. So yeah, he'll be seemingly at the moment, looks like a few weeks.
Just finally for me, a word on Langy, and particularly his growth. He really seemed to lay that platform in that first 30 seconds. Just kept trying. You know, that intercept probably sums it up at the end.
Yeah, and as I said, he's starting. We didn't have the plan to play him 80 this week, but when we lost Charlie, we sort of had to. I am cautious of overworking him because his first half was pretty impressive. I thought him and Mahe Vailanu gave us some really good energy, tackled well, jackled well, and were probably the standouts of the forward pack. But yeah, he's growing. We just got to make sure we don't flog a horse there and send him into a flat spin. But yeah, he's going well at the moment.
Jake, you talked about it on the TV, the lack of execution. Do you think even after those 2 tries, there's still 25 on the clock? You could have maybe worked your way back into that game. You had some good territory there at times, probably just a few push passes and things.
Yeah, no, I think we probably put ourselves in a decent field position when we're down by 2 tries, and Darren's touched on it. We probably just weren't clinical enough. Ball on the back shoulder, a few loose passes, and against a team like the Hurricanes, who are really dangerous off transition attack, they really hurt us. So yeah, that was disappointing. I actually thought the energy from some of the bench guys was really good tonight. But yeah, need to hold the ball.
And Darren, can you just confirm with Lalakai how the severity of that, or is it completely unclear?
Yeah, it's pretty unclear at the moment. He's had shoulder issues of varied degrees before. As I said, he played 25 minutes with it, so you'd like to think it's not terminal as such.
Yeah.
But yeah, he could probably do with a break. Anyway, we've got to give him 2 weeks, 2 games off at some stage for the Wallaby resting period, so that might work out all right for that. And that Masesi got his debut today, did 1 or 2 things, and Joey Walton's back. He's playing club footy again tomorrow, so I've been keen to get them 2 involved, so that might provide that little window to give them involved, and then rest up, get La right, and launch an assault at the back half of the season.
And just in addition, another positive, Max first showing at fullback, but he also got some history. First Waratah to score 3 tries in each of his first 3 games. Can you just put into words your impressions of him in his first month of Super Rugby?
Oh, mate, we've sort of said it the whole time. He's a star, isn't he? He's going to be. They were really hard conditions. I don't know if it came up on the TV there, but that was there were gusts of up to 100 kilometres an hour, and just inside that circular stadium, you've seen some of the uncoordinated looking catch attempts from different guys, because that ball was just swinging around in the air late. It was it was tough, but he had a bit of work to do for that try. When it first happened, I didn't think he was anywhere near it, but there's just guys that can find a try line, and he's deceptively strong for a little fella. He's got some grunt as well. So again, just managing him, and he gets knocked around a bit because he's only so small and frail at the moment. We've got to make sure we protect him and don't overburden him. But yeah, he's a star in the making.
Thank you.
Sorry, DC, just quickly, he looked sore after that try. He came off holding his arm. He's all right, is he, Max?
Yeah. I don't know. He had a shoulder complaint last week. I don't even know if it's the same shoulder, actually, but this was an AC, so I don't think it's anything major. But yeah, he was a little beaten up, but they're big physical boys, those Canes, and but yeah, I'm confident he'll be right next week, and I'm confident we'll turn it around. I'm excited by having been in in a spell like this the last 5 or 6 years. So it's good for me to get back in a hole and figure out how to dig out of it. And I'm really excited by the challenge. It's a good test for me and my staff to instill that confidence you spoke of, Nathan, and getting the team back on track. I can't wait to get back at it next week.
Thank you.
Thanks for your time. Cheers.
Go on, boys.
Thanks, guys.
Cheers. Let's go.
Thanks all.